seeker wandering the world, pilgrim with freedom's flag unfurled, guiding hearts outside the box, breaking gates and smashing locks. New horizons call you home, down paths some fear to tread alone. But you'd walk tall through darkest night for that new place to share your light. Introducing the Explorer Archetype. If we don't know each other, hi, I'm Jen Kem. I'm the CEO of the Master Brand Institute, where we guide entrepreneurs on the path to uncovering their unique message with such clarity they can turn any conversation into a sales conversion. And today we're talking about the brand archetype called the Explorer. In this video, I want to give you an in-depth understanding of what it means to embody the Explorer brand archetype. We're going to cover strengths, weaknesses, business themes, and integrating this information into your business. If the Explorer had a power statement, it's, I am the Explorer. I believe that life should feel like a grand adventure, and the only limitations are the ones you create in your mind. I am constantly seeking the next experience, the next level, or a new high. Once I visit one country, I want to see another. Once I run 5 miles, I want to push myself further to run 10. Give me a road trip and a full tank of gas and a backpack and hiking boots and a passport and a plane ticket, because I need to be free and experience the world. I am forever seeking the next edge, and I invite my audience to come join me and do the same. Now, when we talk about brand archetypes, each one has a set of power words that best represents them. I think it's important to point out that the words themselves don't need to be used in every piece of your message. It's more accurate to say when your audience reads your message, they need to feel these power words. Explorer power words include freedom, liberation, adventure, journey, new level, travel, voyage, limitless, experience, independence, bravery, ambition, self-sufficiency, and non-conformity. A great question to ask yourself is, does my current message make me feel those words? Moving on, one of the most important things I recommend when it comes to fully embodying your brand archetype is looking at brands who model your archetype well. I call them master brand models because that's what they are. Models of brands that masterfully embrace their archetype. When we look at these conceptual models, what you're really looking at is understanding the vibe or energy they give off, not the literal look or words, though those might be actually useful for you. Master brands that I believe model the Explorer archetype very well are Anthony Bourdain, David Blaine, Patagonia, Yamaha Wave Runner, Wanderlust Festivals, Jeep, Starbucks, Amazon, and the United States of America. At its essence, the Explorer has a strong sense of self as a spiritual being, devoting their lives to investigating the answers to life's mysteries. They're capable of great analytical thought, theoretical insight, and putting the pieces of a puzzle together on a practical level. Explorers have clarity and persist in their search for the truth, wherever that path may lead them. Contemplative, their inner world is rich as the drive for knowledge challenges them to go beyond the mundane into discovering the heart of a greater mystery. Moving into strategic positioning, the Explorer gives off a vibe that says, I seek information and experience in all facets of life. Strengths of this archetype include versatility, adaptability, and a sharp awareness. Recurring themes and pillars of this brand include take your body where your mind has already wandered. There are no limits and no boundaries. Discover what's waiting for you on the other side. See, the Explorer archetype represents the craving for new experiences. Although they don't like boundaries and require autonomy, they aren't rebels without a cause. They want to taste life in all of its glory, taking the necessary risks to achieve that goal. They enjoy culture, science, knowledge, and the arts for the stimulus provided. This is a very innovative archetype. First to market with your offerings, creating a path for your audience versus having taken one already. Despite being wary of commitment and obligation, the Explorer is rarely cynical or defensive. There's an innocence to the hope that they feel about the next horizon, a sweetness to their lust for discovery. Of course, all archetypes have a dark side as well. In archetypal psychology, the dark side isn't a bad thing. Simply put, these are the things that, when done, make it harder than necessary to get what you want. So explorers are independent, recognizing the truth as their directive compass. They're willing to follow that drive into many vulnerable and sketchy situations to get the information that they desire. Due to this, they're often socially judgmental, with that judgment becoming larger and harsher if they let their egocentricity get out of control. The feelings you may experience that begin these dark side actions are consistently shooting the breeze, pushing decisions off, all talk and no doing, allowing for many distractions in the workplace, and a lack of sufficient depth when on a journey. Other feelings or instances that lead to dark side behaviors are self-indulgence, aimlessness, alienation, superficiality, and purposelessness. Again, there's nothing wrong with these things, so don't feel ashamed if you experience them. It's more important to understand that these can make you start doing things that don't support what you actually want. And when they come up, just identify them and pivot into what you should be actually doing. So what makes the Explorer unique in your industry? This brand is naturally informal, making it the perfect brand darling to experience online. Pair that with their preference for the unusual, and it's easy to become a hot topic. Acknowledge the customer's tendency to be future-focused. Help them dream up their next journey and pick the next big destination for themselves within your area of expertise. At their core is the urge to hit an open road, as they understand there are no limits on becoming and no end to learning. They know meaning is derived from experientially discovering the world and the subsequent ability to align those outer realities with inner needs. Now, let's integrate all of this concept into your business in a meaningful way. Explorer audiences want self-sufficiency. They minimize or devalue rules, as they simply want the freedom that you yourself crave. Highlight that common desire and speak to them as respected equals on the same search. Share stories, searches, and explorations that showcase your depth of understanding and highlighted experiences. Differentiate your brand from those traditionalists who want everything to stay the same by sharing your fresh take and the idea of the world out there. You've the best shot at building a successful brand online, where you can set your own rules and not be burdened by too many obligations. And you still need an audience to sell to, so for the love of all your favorite places, create a conversation with them that you find fascinating. The emotional phrases you want to stir up in your audience include, "You inspire me to get off the couch and go have an adventure." "You make me feel like anything is possible. No limits." "You remind me that there's a big, exciting world out there." "You share insights and experiences that I want to have." "You make me feel like the world is my oyster." Here are some key things that are not the Explorer's job. It's important to realize that your audience wants to live vicariously through you, or for you to lead them on a journey. Don't leave your people in the dust as you rush to a new topic of interest. That's just bad for business. Some important things to remember as an explorer is your audience is attracted to your independence, the adventure, and the idea of going on a journey. Explorers love to network and trade with people and take pleasure in gathering ideas. Even with this deep, abiding sense of adventure, they act with common sense and rationality. Very aware of their environment, their eyes and their ears are searching for a conversation that they can jump into. They seize all opportunities for relationship building as they adventure through life. Finally, some feature and positioning angles to draw more attention to your offer. Ensure your offers help your audience feel freedom. Create offers that help your audience feel like unique individuals. Bonus points for offers that are easy to transport. Place a focus on the themes of adventure like travel, camping, and so on. And a final word for the Explorer. When your customers desire to seek out, then express individuality, you've got a lot of room to be out there. There can only be one version of your brand. No other destination can appear quite like yours, or your brand will lose credibility almost instantly. Curate every little detail of your brand story so that the end result is extraordinary, even otherworldly. Now, the question is, What do you do with all this information that I've shared with you today? Well, there's two options. First, if you're sitting here wondering to yourself, it sounds like I'm an explorer, then you're gonna wanna take my Brand Archetype assessment. This in-depth psychological assessment is the only archetype test on the internet streets that's been recognized by a top collegiate school of psychology. Basically, this is not some clickbaity, BuzzFeedy quiz that you just take for funsies. This is a deep dive into the psychology that makes your brand unique in the marketplace. Second, if you already know your brand archetype mix, then you want to check out my archetypal storytelling workshop. With over 6 hours of content, this in-depth program will give you both a conceptual and practical understanding of using your brand archetype mix in your business. By the end of it, you'll have identified several stories from your life that can be shared to attract more high-quality, high-paying clients. We all want more of that. So you can find more information on all of that below. That's it. If you found value in this content, please hit the thumbs up button below so we can get this video in front of more entrepreneurs who want help getting crystal clear on their unique message. Be sure to also hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you're notified when new content is released. I'm Jen Kim, here to help you elevate how the world sees, hears, and pays you. Until next time.